If anybody is contemplating a divorce in Florida, or maybe they're even going through a divorce case in Florida, and there's a marital home involved, and they're curious about trying to keep that marital home, or they know that for sure that they do want to try to keep that marital home in the divorce, and there's a mortgage on the home, the best first thing to do is to contact the lender. Talk to the lender about assuming the mortgage and find out what the terms are, find out if it's possible, and find out what the procedure is for assuming the mortgage. Now, what does that mean? Most people that have a marital home, the home is usually financed in both names. The best way to find this out is to go and look at your mortgage statement. If at the top of your mortgage statement it has your name and it has your wife or your husband's name, then you both are on that mortgage. For you to keep the house after a divorce, you would technically need to refinance that mortgage into your name alone to take your spouse's name off of the mortgage. Everybody tries to avoid circumstances in which couples get divorced and there's a marital home and the financing is in both names and one party gets to keep the house while the other party has to go on and live the rest of their life. They're still 50-50 responsible for a mortgage. And that's not a good way to leave people after a divorce. So we want to make sure that that house is refinanced into the name of the person that's keeping the house. However, given the increase in mortgage rates and all that kind of stuff, it's a lot more beneficial for people to assume the mortgage, meaning have their spouse's name removed from the financing in the divorce case or after an agreement regarding the house is reached. You don't want to do it before, but if you're able to work out an agreement in the divorce case where you get to keep the house, instead of refinancing it out of your spouse's name, you may be able to assume that mortgage, and you can find that out by discussing it directly with the lender up front.